On the air at 6:30 for game one. A 7:05 first pitch. Gio Gonzalez 5-3 against hard-throwing Andrew Cashner. He is also 5-3. Let's pause for station identification here on the National Radio Network. From the Farm Bureau Insurance Studios, get the membership advantage. This is ESPN 950 WHTI Richmond. For the Nationals, who improved to 6-2 when playing at home here on the nation's birthday. They've won 3 in a row on the 4th. A day that belongs to Wilson Ramos. Certainly, if you're a fan of the intricacies of the game, some head scratchers, the decision to double switch Milwaukee's arguably best player out of the game. Then it comes back to that spot with the tying run there in the 9th inning. But Milwaukee's bullpen a little short due to a heavy workload. And then just listening to that highlight of the Ramos call, Weeks is breaking for a pickoff throw. Kinsler throws the pitch home, and it's a home run. So obviously somebody missed something there, except for Ramos. He didn't miss. No, he didn't miss the hanging slider. And for the Brewers, it's that time of year when you're 34-50, and if you're Ron Renneke, you're managing to get through a period where your pitching staff has been beaten up. They had that long game on Sunday. Then you had a game in which you used a lot of people Monday night with the Nationals scoring 10 runs against them. So he's trying to conserve his pitching staff, and he knew he had a Ramos Ramirez for that one at bat. If it came around again in the 9th, you're sending up one of your regular players, and you got him up there. Situation, do you feel as good as him up there as Carlos Gomez? Well, he's one of your regulars. He struck out of that spot, which Soriano could have struck out Gomez in that spot. But you know what, Dave, in the overall scheme of things, he's managing with an eye on the next couple of days, and he knows his pitchers who are down. And in this situation, the Brewers at 34-50, whatever happened in this game is probably not costing them the division title. Yeah, and we'll see if I think Davey Johnson probably rolls the same lineup out there tomorrow with Desmond in the 2 spot, 3 for 4 with a walk, and Jason Worth in the 6 spot, 3 for 3 with a walk. So that's 6 for 7 with 2 walks. Right. And he made the change just because he needed to do something. Something was good. So he'll probably stay with that same lineup. We'll see. Obviously, Wilson Ramos is there again as well. Let's say hello to Phil Wood. He's out behind section 106 of the Dallas Talk Live post-game studio. Number to talk to Phil is 800-636-1067, 800-636-1067. The Bats alive with 8 runs and 11 hits after the offense was shut down the last 2 days. And Phil, I don't know if you got to hear Davey Johnson, the man of your show, before the game. I asked him if he had ever encountered any team he had managed before that could be up and down with the offense where either everybody hits on the same day or nobody hits on the same day. And he said, no, never seen it before. He said, guys that are off their career averages that are down are your bench players. But if you look at the numbers for your regulars, they're around what they should be. Yeah. So even with you look at the overall production, say, okay, the team batting average is low. Home runs are low, but you look at individuals and their numbers are pretty good. So it's really perplexing.
It's perplexing. You know, you look at the numbers going into this game, you look at just, basically the run production numbers. Zimmerman's 43 RBIs, LaRoche 37, Desmond with 49. You look at those 3 guys, okay, great. Run scored, some of the run scored numbers aren't so great, but, I mean, I've gone back and looked at the 09 season, for instance, and that club actually hit better than this one's hitting now. I mean, if you look at the difference in pitching staffs, there's the reason why this club's at least 500 and that club won. But yeah, this kind of contagious slump. It's when it rains, it pours. When you get base hits, you score lots of runs, and when you don't get, I mean, although there were a couple of games where they had 10 or 11 hits and scored twice, so it's just there's no consistency here. I mean, I think obviously Ramos coming back is a good thing to get guys off the DL at the right time because he had a good week this afternoon.
Yeah, rehab's overrated. He was 0 for 13 in the minor leagues at Gulf Coast League and down at Vieira and then at Potomac. So I'm sure Potomac's saying, where was all that for us?
Well,
and then there's Bryce Harper with homers in his first at-bat, first swing, and now is 0 for 14 since, and has piled up, 6 strikeouts in the 0 for 14 with a few walks, but it hasn't gone as easy for him. So maybe the first home run, wasn't a true indication. He got that one, but he hasn't gotten the others, and he really hasn't, though, in a lot of the at-bats, seen a whole lot to hit.
Oh yeah, well, this is it's not the same as starting over, but kind of because it's that much time. I think in terms of this afternoon, though, I mean, the big comments as people walking past the box out here have been about Ramos, and have obviously been about Storen, and you know, this was one of those games where, as an official scorer, you did have some flexibility. You could have not given him the win, based upon the fact that when he was the pitcher, when he came in the game, he lost the lead, and you could say, well, he was ineffective, therefore that the rule of scoring allows you to award the victory to somebody else. Now, the official scorer didn't do that. He gave Storen the win. It really could have gone either way. But the point
you
is,
rarely see it, Phil.
You rarely see it.
The vulture win. The guy blows the save. They score the next time up, and he gets the win.
yeah, I did a game.
Do you disagree with that? You disagree with that?
No, I don't. I did a game in '91 in Baltimore where Kevin Hickey came into the league and blew a big Oriole lead, and I mean he was just terrible. He was the pitcher of record going into the next half inning where the Orioles came back and took the lead, and they brought in Mark Williamson after that, and I gave the win to Williamson, who pitched, I want to say multiple innings, at least two, and the Orioles won the game, and I gave the win to Williamson because I can do that, and no, I had nothing against Kevin Hickey personally. He seemed to think I did, but he was flat out awful. I mean, he got an out or two, but and got through the inning, but he gave up 4 or 5 runs in the meantime. So again, it can go either way, and this you know, on a day like today, it went to Storen, which is fine. I look at Storen, you know, Betancourt is a guy who, playing every day in Kansas City, had 16 home runs one year and 13 the next, and you know, Gomez is a power hitter. You know, pitching coaches have told me going back 40 years, if you give up a bomb to a guy who hits bombs, hold your head high. Those things happen.
Yeah, that was 2 pitches after he tried to bunt for a hit, which was just one of the least smart things that you've ever seen, because you're the tying run. You're supposed to get up there and hit a home run, and he did, unfortunately. But, you know, it's been a couple rough outings in a row for Storen as far as his command. It seems like his slider has been up, and the other guy's fastball was up. But, you know, guys are going to go through these kind of stretches. And the question is, you know, does in the 7th inning or 8th inning spot tomorrow, does he dial off Drew for a couple of days? And you know, Clifford didn't throw a ton of pitches today. You could go back to back with him, but certainly you want to get Storen right here as quickly as possible because he was very good for the last 3-4 weeks. He was almost unhittable.
Yeah, well, a couple 3 weeks ago, Jim Johnson of the Orioles blew 4 out of 5 save opportunities in a week, and Buck Showalter didn't say, well, I'm changing closers. He just kept giving him the ball, and things worked out. And
still leading the majors with 29 saves.
So I think that in Drew's case, and you know, if there's a manager in baseball who keeps going to the well with his veterans, it's this guy.